Thanks for coming to my talk. My name is Elisa Bayraktarov and I'm the Program Manager of the EcoCommons Australia, or the platform of choice to analyze and model ecological and environmental challenges. So here I'll introduce the EcoCommons concept to you. I'll tell you a little bit about the existing platforms that we have and that we're currently re-engineering, and I'll celebrate our collaborations. In the end, I'll give you a sneak peek into the pre-release version of the EcoCommons platform, which is currently undergoing internal testing. And I'll finish my presentation with a call for action and invite you to follow our journey and register to become an EcoCommons pioneer to help us improve our platform. All right. So I've started my journey with EcoCommons in May last year, and I personally am based at the Griffith University, but the EcoCommons is a partnerships program between 9 partnering organizations. Our lead organization is the Queensland Cyber Infrastructure Foundation, and our major investor is the Australian Research Data Commons. And together we're building a trusted single platform for ecological and environmental modeling and analysis. And our mission is to build the platform of choice for environmental problem solving. So the program will run for at least 3 years. So that's until 2023 at least. And as we're building EcoCommons to become a national research infrastructure, our vision is to empower Australian practitioners and researchers to use trusted, world-leading ecological and environmental modeling tools to protect and restore the planet. So what are the foundations of the EcoCommons partnership and why does it work so well? Well, essentially the foundation of our partnerships model is that we are cross-sectoral and multidisciplinary as we partner with universities, national research infrastructure, and research agencies. So we run the EcoCommons on a shared governance model, and all of our partners are involved in the co-development of the EcoCommons products. And our workflows are informed by science and expert advisory groups who make sure that our platform sits on the best available technology and incorporates robust peer-reviewed science into all of our tools. So what sits above all of this is the driving focus on decision support. We are really keen on bridging the gap between data and decision making. And over the years, we have seen that this model has produced quite successful outcomes that have really provided benefits to all of our partners. So for instance, we have ensured long-term funding and trust in our partnerships model. We have established multiple brands and platforms with over 7,000 users. We have received some buy-in from well-respected national leaders. Some of them are represented in our governance groups. And we have established successful networks with clear links to the national and international policy reforms. And we have also enabled ongoing progressive work on national relevant agendas. Especially in the last year, we have witnessed quite some strong interest in collaborating with EcoCommons, which is really remarkable. So at EcoCommons, we support environmental problem solving, and we do this by building virtual laboratories, and those virtual laboratories provide seamless access to biodiversity data, as well as the tools for the analysis. And there are lots of reasons why we should be supporting environmental problem solving. So our virtual laboratories bring all the fantastic data that already exists and is provided by multiple national and international data repositories. We bring this all in one place. We connect it with published methods and tools, and we back this all up by high compute capacity and cloud storage. And by doing that in one connected single platform, when a user runs a scientific workflow, it becomes much more transparent, reproducible, but also streamlined, and it can be shared with others as well. And in addition, we also offer training and have a great user support, and we have a great community engagement as well, and a good governance model. Here I wanted to tell you a little bit about our governance model. It basically consists of 4 governing groups, and I've shown the affiliations of our members depicted here. So the program governance group oversees the delivery on contractual obligations and helps us prioritize our resources. The EcoCommons Advisory Board consists of leaders from academia, government, industry, and the non-governmental organization sector. And they provide advice on growth and long-term sustainability for EcoCommons. Our scientific advisory group makes sure that we build our tools on the best available science, and the technical support group answers any questions with regards to the technical platform build. So if you think of EcoCommons, think of it as a pipeline from model development to sound decision support. And the work that we really do can be perhaps fitted into three major streams. So for instance, for model development and testing, what we're doing there is we are providing our users with a command line environment where they can run test scripts on the cloud by using high performance computation. So that's services that are focused at people with coding experience who know how to do parallel computing in order to harness the power of the cloud. And the example that we have here is the EcoCloud, which we're currently re-engineering. So it's a command line environment. This is the place where we are also developing new models and testing them. And then we have a second stream of work that enables a much more broader group of users to access our services. This is where we are offering a point-and-click interface that offers people access to trusted models and data platforms, but also access to highly curated data sets through a point-and-click environment. And the best example here is the Biodiversity and Climate Change Virtual Laboratory, which people can use to run experiments looking into the impacts of climate change on current and future species distributions. The last stream of work that we are focused on is the creation of custom-made portals. And that's for the purpose of specialized users, like, for instance, people from governments. And here we're really interested to be creating virtual laboratories that are policy-driven and make life of decision makers much easier by providing them with outputs for decision support. The best example here is the Collaborative Species Distribution Modelling Portal, which was developed for the Queensland, New South Wales and Commonwealth Government, and which was carved out of the BCCVL, but really took into consideration the specific needs of people from governments. And this year we were joined by a new project, the Biosecurity Commons, which will be building a portal for users from the biosecurity sector, and will be sitting on the we'll be leveraging the EcoCommons infrastructure. So in December last year, we ran a survey to ask our users about their specific needs in ecological modeling, and many of them commented that they really wanted to improve their digital literacy. So we joined forces with QCIF and developed a training module where we are teaching R to ecologists. And we'll be repeating this two-day course in October again. And we really hope that soon we'll see our users applying those skill sets in R on our command line environment on the cloud. And this is our timeline for the EcoCommons platform rollout. So we already developed the solutions architecture last year, and in April this year, we established the platform foundation and made sure that all the components were speaking to each other. So the EcoCommons platform now has deployed the re-engineered functionality from the BCCVL and the EcoCloud. And we are currently in internal testing of the platform, of the functionality, and soon we'll be opening for external testing. So I'd really like to invite you to register your interest by filling out this form and become an EcoCommons pioneer. Because your feedback would be incredibly valuable to improve our platform and make sure that it's really user-friendly and meets our the needs of our users. So we'll be releasing new functionality in May 2022, and then the fully tested platform with the full functionality is aimed for November 2022. Okay, here I'd like to give you a bit of a sneak peek into the new platform build. Don't tell anyone. So I'll just click on this little video here. So you'll see that once it starts. So you'll see that our users will be able to connect to our platform through our webpage. And on EcoCommons, they'll have access to high-performance computation, free cloud storage. And the first thing that they can do is they can explore thousands of curated data sets and visualize them as they wish, like that. And then they can also import their own data and access data from different sources. In the analysis hub, people can use the modeling wizard and the coding cloud. The modeling wizard has the functionality from the re-engineered biodiversity and climate change virtual laboratory. So it has this extensive suite of peer-reviewed models. And the coding cloud will be the place where our users will be able to find our re-engineered EcoCloud. So basically coding on the cloud where they can launch a server for Python or R code. Yeah. And finally, in our pre-release version, we do encourage our platform testers to give us feedback. And this is how you can submit feedback. Basically, you hit on the feedback button, a window appears, you can submit your feedback, and it goes directly to our software developers where we prioritize it and work on it. Okay, let's move on. So here I would like to celebrate some of our new collaborators particularly from this year. So for instance, Austrate is a project led by the University of New South Wales, which will bring a national database on plant traits. So on Australia's plans to users of EcoCommons. With AgriFed, so that's a project led by the Agricultural Research Federation. AgriFed have expressed interest to reuse and adopt the EcoCommons infrastructure. So they're offering researchers fair agricultural data and think that the EcoCommons platform could be really well used to leverage of it. The Biosecurity Commons project, led by the Centre of Excellence in Biosecurity Risk Analysis, that's at the Uni Melbourne, will use the existing EcoCommons architecture to build a protected and permissioned environment for the users from biosecurity, so the Biosecurity Commons platform. And we've been talking to Open Acoustics, which is a project led by the Queensland University of Technology, and they are building a platform to manage, share, and analyze eco-acoustics data. The Fish ID project, led by the Griffith University, will deliver a platform that helps people to automatically detect and identify animals from underwater imagery. And with the Sensitive Species Data Pathways project led by the Atlas of Living Australia, we work together because they are developing a national framework to enable the sharing of full resolution threatened and sensitive species data. And with the Federated Climate Information project led by the University of Tasmania, we collaborate to receive access to high resolution climate data sets for ecological models and climate projections that we'll be soon bringing into EcoCommons. Then there is also the Interactive Analytics project led by the ARDC. So we collaborate with them to deliver a standardized, ready-to-use package solution for deploying and maintaining and operating cloud-based Jupyter Hub service. More recently, we started a collaboration with the Marksan spatial prioritization tool project because we have identified that the outputs from EcoCommons, so that's the outputs on species distribution models, can be actually used as inputs for the Marksan tool. And we were receiving advice from the World Wildlife Fund of Australia to develop use cases, how we can illustrate the integration between Marksan and EcoCommons. All right, reach out to us to find out more about how you can collaborate with EcoCommons. There are lots of ways, so please make sure that you check out our webpage. We've actually released our new webpage a couple of weeks ago for Threatened Species Day because we wanted to raise awareness about the current species extinction, and we wanted to make a statement that EcoCommons is committed to helping researchers and policy decision makers to stop further extinctions by empowering them with data and analytics to do better informed management. So on our webpage, you can check out how you can become an EcoCommons pioneer, testing the platform. You can follow our journey and sign up for our newsletter. You can follow us on Twitter, and you can find out how you can collaborate with us. So if you would like to hear more about EcoCommons and Friends, I really recommend you to go to this presentations. Arvo will be talking about Nextflow and how we're using it for EcoCommons. Paul will be introducing the Biosecurity Commons project, and Rob will be talking about the paths for impact and sustainability of EcoCommons. And last but not least, I'd like to thank you for your attention. And also I'm grateful to all of our project collaborators. Thank you very much.